hey friends, time for a drugstore haul. We're gonna try these things on. A lot of these are launches I have been really wanting to try and I could not find in store until one magic day I did. So let's start with the thing I've heard so much about. It is an SPF from NYX. This is their Blur Screen Primer. So it's SPF 30. It says it's a blurring primer sunscreen. Love the kind of summery packaging. Isn't that cute? So it says it has cactus flower extract, coconut juice. That's what it says. What's the difference between coconut juice and coconut milk? Okay, so let's kind of see. Ooh, yeah, wow. No white cast. I mean, that like basically blends in right away. It looks super moisturizing. It has a slight smell, but it's not, I mean, it's almost undetectable. So I would say if you don't love like smelling the products, I don't think you would really notice this. So let's just give it a start, shall we? I'm curious how this would be blurring, just because nothing about this formula, I don't know, gives that feeling. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but we shall see. How about that? I like the feel of it. I love a sunscreen that will blend in really quickly like this one did. And it looks moisturized. It's comfortable on my skin so far. So even thinking about, would I wear this without putting makeup on top? Like, I would say probably yes, because it does give moisture, but it doesn't look overwhelmingly glowy. You know what I mean? So I'll keep trying it. It comes with 1 ounce. For some reason, when I felt this, it felt really light. I'm like, oh, did they just make it look like it'd be 1 ounce, but it's a ½ ounce? It is a full ounce. It just, I don't know, it feels weirdly lightweight, but really enjoying that. It's always nice to find a decent sunscreen for your face at the drugstore. So very excited about that launch. Okay, also, this is not part of the haul, but you guys know I still love my L'Oreal Age Perfect Serum Foundation. If this ever got discontinued, I don't know what I would do. It's truly, I mean, come on. I know you can still get it on Amazon. Again, it's only rumors I've heard that it's being discontinued because I've still seen it in stores too. But I have the shade 15 if you're a shade twin with me, but it is still a fave. If you were curious, I feel like I haven't talked about it recently here on YouTube, but it is still slapping. It's so good. So yeah, if you want a skin that looks like skin kind of foundation, but still has like medium coverage at least, this is it. Okay, foundation concealer done. I want to try this new product from CoverGirl. It is their Clean Fresh Brow Filler. It has this brush that's similar to this one from Fenty Beauty, where it's kind of like, it's super soft, kind of dense, if you will, but it's still small. It can do a really good job of brushing the color through. So I'm curious, I'm hoping this shade is, oof, looks pretty pigmented, but it's nice and cool if you're looking for a cool brown. This is medium brown. I'm gonna try to be careful. Here, let's just see, like, does it even just brush my brows? Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's kind of getting the foundation out of there. Perfect. Oh boy. Okay. I'm trying to be really light-handed, but it's hard. This color is just really dark. I'm gonna just try to brush the color I already have on there through. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you can see how it spreads it. That is very dark for me, but I mean, I can make it work. But yeah, even like off onto the skin. So it's just something to, you know, be aware of. I mean, that's the nature. This is a very creamy brow product. And so it lends itself well to being kind of spread out because it is so creamy, but that means there's probably always going to be a little cleanup on your brows depending on how thick they are. I don't know. So I'm really just focusing it kind of on the bottom because then I figure I can kind of brush it up and through. Maybe it'll look a little more natural that way. It's kind of like if you mixed a brow pencil and a pomade. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have as much control over to like exactly where it's going with this format when it comes to like when you're brushing it through. But honestly, once you kind of just take your fingers and clean it up, it does look really good. And that was really fast. So I could see where if you are a pomade person, you actually might like this because it kind of makes a pomade a little easier. And this does feel a little bit more akin to like the Anastasia pomade that's in a pot versus a regular brow pencil that's usually just a little bit drier. So, and of course the actual shape of the pencil is bigger. So you've got more surface area to work with. So I don't hate it. I think there are certain people that would actually really, really like this. I'll keep playing with it. Like I said, this is a little bit darker than I usually go. So maybe I'll mess around with another color, although I do like that it doesn't pull warm. So interesting product. Okay, threw on a little bit of eyeshadow, and I want to try this new mascara from CoverGirl. It's their Eye Enhancer 3D Mascara. So it says it curls, lifts, and fans. It looks, the finished look on here kind of looks still a little bit natural. Like filled in, nice and plump, but natural. So I'm very curious. And it even says no curling, not curling iron, lash curler. No, you don't need it. So we will see. I love, again, kind of similar to the NYX, like the pink and orange gradient aesthetic is just pretty. I just think that's pretty. Okay, let's just give her a whirl, shall we? Okay, definitely giving a more natural look after a couple of swipes, which I think can be really pretty. There's so many mascaras that exist that build up so quickly, which I can really appreciate and I generally kind of gravitate towards. But sometimes this kind of mascara ends up looking the most beautiful if you just build it up a couple layers or just leave it as it is, because I do think that looks really nice, especially if I didn't have as much eyeliner on today. I feel like that can look really fluttery, almost natural. Almost. Those of you that have naturally beautiful black lashes, oh my gosh. Mine, I guess, are what, like light brown. And I will look at people that just have the most gorgeous dark lashes naturally. Wow, you are so blessed. So it's not building up a ton, but it does look curled. No curling iron or no lash curler needed. Can't decide if this feels like a drier formula or a wetter formula. I kind of feel like it's in between. I could see this being amazing for the lower lash line. In fact, let me try that. I'm gonna put a little bit of shadow on my lower lash line and then maybe we can try that. I definitely feel like because I don't wear lower lash line mascara often, when I do, I definitely prefer to have some kind of like a little bit of shadow underneath it to make it look cohesive. So let's try that. Yeah, I mean, it's a really easy one because it definitely is not a clumpy formula. So I think if you are into a really natural curled lash that's not clumpy, but definitely you can still see it, I think you might like this, but I think for a lot of people it might not be enough, or you just don't feel like building it up in a couple layers. And I got it on my nose too. Where's my, it's like, I know I have my trusty Amazon like makeup remover pen. There we go, much better. I just don't, I gotta take it off. I don't like mascara on my lower lash line most of the time. I don't know what it is. I feel like on me, it just doesn't look right, but it looks so good on other people. Also now my eyes are like watering. I feel like I've got this mascara in my eyes. So I would say, as I'm dealing with this, I wouldn't need to repurchase this. I'll use it, but it's not one that I'm like loving. But again, if you like a natural lash, I do think you would like it. Okay, I need a moment. I have been off camera for like 15 minutes. My eye has been burning. I don't know what is in this CoverGirl mascara that is not in most of the other ones I use, but it finally calmed down and I was like, okay, well, a lot of it got removed because my eyes were watering. So I was like, well, it must have just been I like poked my eye. So I put a little bit more on and the instant burning came back. I don't know what is in this. I feel like random mascaras I've tried over the past 10 years of doing this have done this to me, and this is one of them. So if you have even slight, and my eyes are not generally that sensitive, if you have even slightly sensitive eyes, I do not recommend this. Now I know. Anyway, in the meantime, while that's still calming down, I put on a little of the NARS cream blush, and I want to try this. Oh my gosh. This is the other thing I could not find anywhere and I finally found. The L'Oreal Lumi Liquid Blush. I think now it's on Amazon as well. But this shade right here is so beautiful. It's called Dewy Worth It. Definitely my kind of peachy shade. So I don't think I want to go directly in. I'm just going to put some on here. And then I also bought this e.l.f. Liquid Blush brush. I was just kind of messing with it earlier. And it's a nice shape. It's really dense, but it's not a big footprint. So I feel like it could be really nice for that. So I'm just going to kind of stipple it on because this definitely seems to pack a punch. And it also seems to kind of have a staining quality based on what I was seeing on my hand here. So, oh boy, tap it in. The staining quality can be really nice though, because if you get it to where you want it and you know it's gonna stay really well throughout the day, I think that is incredible. And I think that looks so pretty. So definitely recommend putting a swipe or two on your hand and using a brush or maybe your finger to apply it and then blending it in. Don't wait too long with this, but I love this color. The other color I did pick up, but it's a little pinker than I was thinking, is Dewy Bright Pink. So I'll show you these two next to each other just to give you an idea. For me, I just feel like the Dewy Worth It, the peachier one, is a little more wearable for me. And I feel like it, yeah, no, you can kind of see the difference. So yeah, there you go. Just to kind of show you what it looks like. There's the difference. And of course they have other shades as well. So I like that, as I feel like it's one of those products that you get used to how to use it, but that definitely was easy to apply. And I will put wear notes below on how all of this wore, so I can let you know if the blush really did stay on really well. But I like the way it looks. It's not wildly like wet looking or anything like that. It just looks like skin, but flushed, which I just think is pretty. So yay for that. And then lippy wise, my poor eye. Lippy wise, I wanted to try this Wet n Wild lip oil. This is in the shade Cocoa Rose. I hadn't really heard much about this. I knew this line existed and it was newer, but I finally found it in store at Walmart. I feel like for fall, this is gonna be so pretty. So let's give it a try. Definitely a lot like my own lip color. So it's truly like a Your Lips But Better. Ooh, not sticky at all. It really does have that lip oil feel where it's not sticky. Like I said, it kind of has a slight, is that vanilla scent? I mean, if it's there, again, it's really, really slight. It's not super noticeable, but I love this. This is looking a lot like many way more expensive lip products I love, but for, I mean, couple dollars versus $20, $30, this, I mean, this feels just like them. So can't tell if it's like given a minty feel. I got it on my teeth. But I do feel like it makes the lines on your lips look a little less obvious too, which is really pretty. So an interesting video nonetheless. I think my verdict, like my top picks, I mean, this was actually pretty good. I know this wasn't a ton of products we were trying. I really like the sunscreen. I'll probably end up using this up. I really like the blush, especially that more peachy shade, and this lip oil. And the new, where is it? The new e.l.f. brush I just bought. I feel like that did a really good job. I could see this also being great for cream bronzer if you want it in like very specific areas. The mascara, like I said, I would skip on. And then the brow product from CoverGirl, I just think it's for a very particular person. So this, again, wouldn't be something necessarily, I don't think I would repurchase this. Although I'm gonna keep trying it because you never know, as you get used to something and the hang of how to apply it. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little drugstore video. I am hoping to do even more drugstore makeup content here on my channel. If you were into this, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. I hope you'll subscribe and stick around. Come say hey to me over on my Instagram too. It's Jessica Braun over there. And yeah, I love you all so much and I will see you in my next one. Bye.